It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Bears and the Commanders on Thursday night.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Fields steps away. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The Bears are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And if we look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Let's face it, anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits in this era of high-flying offenses, that's saying something.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap. Fields eluding the play. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Flushed out right. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Off play action, it's Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Howell. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw is Fields. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fields on 3rd down, rolling to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's more. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
2nd down throw for Howell. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line.
When they got off the field on 3rd down, an excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. First down, Howell to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Howell. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one no score. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Herbert will take it in. Touchdown Bears. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders nothing. Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And shedding through the tackle. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Herbert making a nice play there, coming off a 700-yard campaign, despite making just one start in 2022. Played a big part in the Bears becoming the 5th team in NFL history to rush for 3,000 yards in a season.
Buying time to his left. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big up that time on what's going to wind up being the final play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Throwing on second and long. Powell. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Powell finding Samuel.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 39-yard line.
Powell to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. He's unable to complete it there. Just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get him back in the situation he'll need to.
Here's 1st down. Here's Howard. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Jaquan Brisker there defensively.
Back to throw. This is Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big...
And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And talk about built to run the football, whether you're calling it on design running plays or it breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football. Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season, only Jalen Hurts had more.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 2 touchdowns, 44 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Dotson, he's got it. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down, Howell back to pass. And he overshot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Howell with one final shot. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Chicago, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.